Oh, hi. I'm Dennis, and welcome to my YouTube channel. There was a question, really, that pointed out something I was putting out erroneously, and that had to do with bobtailing the handle of or the grip rather, the frame, and the grip of a 1911. And I was talking about using the jig, and I have the old jig here still. I don't really use it, but it talked about putting it into here and lining up this into a vise, and then having the vise hold this, and then this going through there, and you put a pin through there, and before you put it on there, you line up a drill press onto the second hole so that it marries it correctly with the. And it was a lot of work to try to use a drill press. If you don't have a drill press, what is one to do? And I was trying to get that across, that there is a way of using this jig to do that, but it's really a dicey thing, trying to marry it up this way, trying to marry it up this way where it's on top instead of going inside of the jig. Anyway, I wanted to apologize for that. That I shouldn't have put things out like that. That's just kind of because the second hole you have to drill for the handle that moves this mainspring housing pin mounting up is 3/8 center, 3/8 center. And what I recommend doing is just take your housing like this here and measure from the center of that hole, okay, the center of that hole up this way, 3/8 of an inch in center hole, okay, and then use a center punch and punch it, and then go to a drill press and just done. Okay, and you can do it on both sides really quick, and it just saves a whole bunch of hassle of trying to use a stupid jig, trying to get the jig there and get the drill press to marry up with the hole, when all you really need to do is to to find a straight line on this here, and then 3/8 center punch, and do the same thing on the side, 3/8 center punch, and you'll be right on the money. That 3/8 is exactly 3/8 one, or you can say 1 mil. Okay, it's really there. Okay, and once you do that, then your bobtail spring housing will fit in there, and you can put the pin in there, and then you can cut the rest of the metal off any way you want to. Some people, they mount the mainspring housing in there, and then they hold it in a vise, and they just go ahead and file it until it starts filing the mainspring housing. Is that good? Depends on which way you want to look at that. Some people, what they'll do, they'll put the mainspring, or the mainspring housing in there, and then they'll draw a line, with a felt tip on the inside, and try to file it down until it, there's different ways of doing that, and whatever floats your boat to get it nice and smooth across. Remember, you don't want it to be straight across and sharpish and feeling on the bobtail. It should be rounded, completely rounded and smooth all the way around. Okay, I'm sorry for that mistake on that using this jig. I don't recommend the Brownell's jig on this part of it, because it's just, you got to have everything just right, and it's just a pain in the butt, when it's a lot easier just to measure the 3/8 and get it done that way. Anything else than that? But if you have any more comments, please down below make some more comments, and I'll address those. I'm sorry it was a bad video, so I went ahead and removed that old video. I'm really thankful. I can't remember his name that pointed that out. I just sometimes going through this medical issue that I've been going through, I do stupid things, and that was one of them, I guess. Let's see, that's about it. You have a super fine day, and thanks a lot. And remember, always keep your powder dry.